I'm swearing at my. Where have I put the bloody thing? Oh, the jigsaw puzzle.
Who's been banged?
Where the put them? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, but I need to put this my lamp on. I'm too dark. I need to make some alterations here.
We're looking for a madman, sir. Well, you bloody well found one. Do you realise it's Saturday afternoon? We have a little talk with you in private, sir, Geordie.
Right, so
Appreciate you coming along at such short notice, Mr.
ah,
Very much option that the Rally Great Police car.
got it.
10, 20, 12 minutes.
And as I say, on a Saturday afternoon. Well, it is a rather delicate matter, sir. We've found the body.
No, this. Oh, you. Oh, that'll do. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, right. Just give a quick update. Even though it's not overly busy, it probably will perk up come thingy. It's like I was hoping that we could have had like a 3/4 sesh on 29th, which would have been the day after my birthday. But unfortunately, that's had to go down shitter. So, if I worked out correctly, June the 19th, it should be a week like this week, where your Saturday is free and you've had a full night's kit. So June the 19th is
4 weeks.
a definitive date. August the 14th is another definitive date. Now, I checked the wall planner this morning, and if it's up to date, there's a possibility of even if it's a 3/4 sesh. If it's a 3/4 sesh, I don't think it is actually. I think if it falls right, it possibly could be another when you're a week like this week, and that's the end of June. I think it's the 24th to the 25th. I couldn't find a holiday form, but I did email the manager this morning saying because there can't be no full timer off any shift. Before it used to be one off each shift, but then what happened was last summer or some before, he basically overbooked the holidays. There were like more initials in his wall planner than there was space. So I think he got a bit of a rollicking from the powers that be for it, So that's bringing these draconian measures. Whereas before, it was always one full timer off maximum per shift. But if one full timer's off, whether it's my shift or other shift, you can't have it. So I've had a look. 2 of the dates there's nobody off, and 2 of the dates it's 2 part timers that are off. So I've emailed him today to say there's no full timers off. I'm letting you know that I'm submitting my claim to this, but I couldn't find a holiday form. So there's a chance we can slot in a session in June. It'll be like 2-3 weeks. So it might be a 3/4 sesh. It might be that I'll have to come and pick you up from the chicken factory. Hopefully not. It could be lucky enough and it falls on when you're on afters. So I'd like to say hopefully mid June, hopefully towards the end of July and mid August. We should be able to have a proper P&J session. Now obviously the one on June the 19th we can well we could knock off the Tates either then or in August. Probably, I'll tell you what, we could have like a belated, like, because we can't have my birthday one when I want, we can have a P&J birthday one, belated one, I don't know, June, sort something out. So it's up to you whether if you want to do the Tates in June or Tates in August. I'll leave that up to your discretion. But either way, there's going to be a great big Salvation Army pan full of curry with at least
June, I want my
right. So the Tates is like a very rare, as you know, a very rare treat instead of your usual Youngs from Sainsbury's. It's a very rare treat. I'm going to sound a bit cheeky because if it's, I don't know, because the problem is, for me, June, I'm still going to have like a bit of a crappy furlough wage. So, I mean, you don't have to, Jeff. You can tell me to sod off and call me a tight twat. If it's possible, I don't know. As like a kind of, because obviously the taste is like this case it's a luxury. You know, you say that usual Youngs. I don't know. Just maybe a tiny help towards the ale. The only reason I'm saying it because even though me shifts are picking up kind of end of May onwards, the wage that I get in June will be a shitty flexi furlough wage. So just, I don't know, just a little help towards the Henry or something. Not all of it, just a little. If it would be appreciated.
How much the Rodney?
I don't know. I don't know. You
Oreo. Oreo.
Right. Henry, I know for a fact. Tesco's, it's probably the cheapest that I've seen it. Compared to what you pay at Sainsbury's, which is £5.
Well, I've got Sainsbury's to get it. They've got Asda's.
Well, it's I say Tesco's is still 30p cheaper per 4 tins than it is for Asda. At Tesco, it's £4.29. Oh, it sounds awful. I sound like I'm fucking Ron Moody in that film with Oliver Reed. I tell you what. Say if you could just out to us say no, I don't know. We'll get about how many tins do we normally get?
Can't remember now.
It used to be like a 12-pack, didn't it? Remember they said in those fridge packs?
Yeah, 10-pack.
Yeah, but it works out probably just as cheap to get. Because obviously the fridge packs, they're 440 mils. That's about £9.25 at Tesco's. You can get. I worked out 12 tins at 500ml. It's at Tesco's. It's £12.99 for 12 tins, and they're 500ml, which is 10, £4.
6 litres compared to 4.4 litres.
Yeah, they're 440ml, but the ones which are 429 for 4 are 500. It probably works. I would say it probably works out really about the same. Because like 10 440ml for £9.25. Yeah, it's about the same. Right, so I would say, okay, so £9.25, so it's 18.50. I don't know. So it says like 5, like what it would cost for 5 tins. So like, so let's say I can contribute £5, say whatever. So just like it's only because I will have a really. I mean, I can't complain, but really, by then my shifts be back to normal, kind of. 4 on 4 off. It's still like a shitty. Like the flexi furlough wage. It's not a full wage, if you get me drift. So like, normally it's 50-50. So if you could say do 1.5 boxes, so the two fridge packs will be 18.50 altogether. So you do 3/4 of that, just this one time, because after that my wage is back to normal, and I will provide as well a great big pan full of curry with at least 8 chicken breasts in it. 8 chicken breasts, probably 7, and I will have. I've got shot glasses as well. Probably not the proper Jack Daniel's shot glasses. Manny, if you do want to bring, how many shot glasses have you got? Two.
One.
Oh, fuck. Like we've got some shot glasses. They're not probably full size shot glasses, but you'll should have and I'll provide us with a few shots of Jack. It's only because it is not a normal wage. That's the only problem, you see. The July one will be a normal wage if it gets back to normal. So will the August. It's only just the June one that I'll just need just a little bit of your you could say it's like a donation for my birthday in a way. But it's only because it's a furlough wage. If July gets approved and August it'll be back to normal. It's just I feel terrible asking. But it's just like, it's not a full proper wage, and so be greatly appreciated. So like, well, so normally that is the booze bill is split 50-50. It just is one time 75-25. Just this one time. After that, it'll be back to normal. It's only because it's going to be like a crappy furlough wage, and it's awful, to be honest with you. Right. Oh yeah. If you can resolve a mystery for me. As you know, we went to the delightful and glorious Centre Page pub on Sermon Street, stroke Knight Rider Court. En route from the St Paul's Cathedral, the memorial to the firemen in the Blitz, and the Millennium Bridge. Did we have, I mean, you probably won't remember, but did we have fish and chips in the Centre Page?
Can't remember.
I can't remember. It's just this one photograph I come across, and it was amongst the ones like taking it Centre Page, and I remember being a delightful pub, but it wasn't very busy. I made a big list. I haven't done the Carry On ones yet because I don't know I've looked that, but so it's like, where do we start? Right, so get yourself a cheap selfie stick stroke tripod. You don't have to use it as a selfie stick. I use this as a stand, and you don't have to muck about propping it up against a book or wedge it up against anything or holding it in your hand. You simply just plonk it down. The handle comes out like a stand, like legs. The grip is alright, and you don't have to the other thing you got to do is you got to take it out of the case, but the jacket. But this one is £8, and it just well, you can see it works perfect. I've been paying. Jesus. Oh, Jack Daniels, right? I mean, one good thing about getting back to normal kind of with shifts is that my consumption of Jack Daniels will reduce probably by 50%. Because at the moment I'm going for like a litre bottle lasts me about a week. It's a bloody good job. It's 22 quid at Sainsbury's for a litre.
Good hell.
It is at the moment, won't be forever. It's on special offer at Asda, but that's 25 quid. But at Sainsbury's near you, at the moment, it's 22 quid for a litre bottle. And like I said to Gusher, I like Jim Beam. In fact, next week when I find out what's on special offer, whatever's the cheapest I'll get. If it's Jack Daniels, if there's like £2 difference between Jim Beam and Jack Daniels, I'll get Jack Daniels. But if Jim Beam's the cheaper option by say at least £6, I'll get a Jim Beam because it's not that far apart really in in taste. Yeah, right. There's quite a few things I've written down, and obviously today I updated.
Is it helping me though?
Eh?
Oh.
Get your centre stand, man. Ah. I tell you something, that kitten's catching fast. But, food's about.
It's because he's eating my bloody tea.
Pinpush were like that. I couldn't have fish and chips without him wanting a bit. Yeah, I've been a part of another play. I don't think it's approved yet in the L Street and Bournemouth group. I probably told you one of the people who remembered me from the Hollybush. Well, you don't remember him, but I know they were there that night in the Hollybush where there was just me, you, this lass called Karen Whitehouse, and her late husband Norman and Ray. That's all that was in that pub that night. I think the previous night we'd been taking pictures of each other playing pool and of the various chalk notices on the walls and that, and the fixtures and fittings. And I think the husband was like, he was a bit pissed like. He was saying, people's privacy, taking pictures and blah blah blah. I remember it because I said, look, we're not taking pictures of anybody. We're taking pictures of ourselves playing pool in the Hollybush, and of the various funny signs saying, about smoking, about going for a piss, and cigarette butts and all that kind of thing. And all that, like you took pictures of the chalk board advertising the Halloween party and that charity box for that children's hospital and stuff like that, and of that vase with them flowers poking out, them like I don't know what they were really, probably dried flowers. And pictures of me. He took a picture of me wearing that god awful army jacket. I'd say one thing, right, that your pictures have shown on me, especially in London, that I was a walking fashion disaster. You only have to look at me at the Plume of Feathers.
What's happening?
Eh?
Scorpions or getting crushed?
Yeah. You hear the screams, have you?
Which one?
The second one now. The car's overheating in the desert. Well, actually, playing probably. I think this was done in Bournemouth. It was done at the MGM Studios on Studio Way. It's now houses now. But I'm sure I know the first one. I'm sure was done at MGM Studios in Bournemouth, on what is now Studio Way. But that's now all modern housing. According to Robin Asquith's book, the mid-70s, the studios was almost ready for being demolished. And if you look at one of the pictures of the admin building, lovely Art Deco building. Oh, what a shame that had to be pulled down. But just as you come up on Studio Way to the, I think it would have been almost opposite Elstree Studios, where the MGM Studios used to be. Oh yeah, I put a play out in the group for people who knew us, who me knew us. Because I still think about the Holly Bush to this day. No, it was. Now which one I want? So the centre page. Not sure about. Oh, that's it. I remember now, and I'll get back onto Bournemouth. I updated the London group's header photograph of the two, I would say, medium-sized family pies that we had at the Hand and Racket in Wimbledon. Black and white, and you can tell which is yours because yours has got like garden peas on it. And I was talking to Gusher about it the other day. I said, what I don't understand, and obviously I want to hear your. I know we have talked about it before, but your point of view is when I went to visit Imogen Hassell's grave in Wimbledon, and then I went up to where she lived. This is all by foot. There were no buses or taxis involved. And then because I felt hungry, I called in at this pub. Now, as you know, we try to plan our pub breaks so that we had our food just at the right time, that we could have ale when we got back to Bournemouth. And I went into this pub. I kid you not, it was, I think, a half a pie with something was $6.99. A full pie was £2 more. And I thought, well, I'm having some of that. Definitely having some of that. I mean, oh my God, you know what I mean? Value for money, man. And I demolished it. It was, juicy braised steak and this gorgeous gravy. And so I said, when I took Jeff to Wimbledon Village, namely Crooked Billet, and he posed in front of the house where Imogen Hassell died and was found. Nearby was two pubs, the Crooked Billet and the Hand in Hand. and I told him about this fantastic pub. I couldn't remember its exact location, but we went. Are you hungry? Roar. So up we went into Wimbledon Village. No sign of this pub, and I'm thinking, bloody hell, where is it? What did I imagine it? You know, is it fantasy? And of course, when we got nearer to the train station, stroke underground station, boom, there it was, and I do believe it was had scaffolding on the outside. And then we went, and sure enough, there was the very same pie that I had on my previous visit, and I thought, well, you won't be disappointed. $8.99. I say 3/4 size pie, enough room for mashed potato. In your case, mashed potato and peas and gravy. I started to tuck into my pie. Nice, yummy gravy, nice meat. Big whacking chunks of onion. You, well, I think you just about left a pattern on the plate. Which links me on to your mission to, again, we have touched on this before, to go to the PWL studios in Vineyard in the borough. Which, like I said, from my point of view, this is my angle, which I have mentioned before. I just, oh dear, I'll just never forget leaning against that wall in that little alleyway, just looking at you. Just as you said, you felt like you were a pig in shite. Just taking pictures of this red brick building with blue windows. I thought, what? But it led us on to the Gladstone, or the Glad, as it's known, where that band was sound checking for their gig later that night. Fireworks night, they were called. Oh, I'm snorting here. It sounds awful. But it's thanks to you that when I went to the borough again, I went myself to look at the studios and that, and I mainly went to the borough for my dinner. I went to the Gladstone because it's known as a Pie Minster, and I had the most exquisite. The 2 or 3 times I went there, the pie, oh, beautiful pie. Mm-mm-mm. Not as big as one at Wimbledon, but I'll tell you something. If we ever get down there again, Jeff, we're definitely going to the Gladstone for his dinner. The pie there is just, oh, it's brilliant, man. It's like I say, if you hadn't taken us there, I would have never known that the borough existed or the Gladstone existed. The Pie Minster. So it's thanks to you, Jeff, that I've had 2 or 3 excellent dinners at the Glad in Lant Street, the borough. So another place had excellent pie. The one time I come out at Fulham Broadway Tube Station, which we probably went there when we come out near the Chelsea football ground, and there was a match on. They were playing Swansea, and there was someone selling flags. He was actually selling hooligan merchandise. It was from Canby Island, and I goes to him, where's all the action like? He says, well, if you wait near that church or that chapel, you'll see all happening. But as I got near, there was a pub directly opposite from the main entrance stroke exit of where the fans come out, where we went in and you posed on that mural of the Chelsea football players, and there's that one empty seat. There's a pub there called the Soul Bar, and I went there later on when there wasn't a football match on. Again, oh man, excellent pie and mash. I'm not talking one with liquor, but I think that pub shut down now. But I've had some lovely pub. This is what I want us to explore: is the food angle. You know, like the pubs went into, like where I put now. Yeah, pies at Hand and Racket, fish and chips at the Red Lion. I think we had fish and chips at the 10 Bells. Centre Page ? We had curry at the Plymouth Feathers. Excellent chili at the White Hart. It's like I still want to know how the hell I missed Winchester Palace. That's one thing I want to sort out, because I have no recollection of it. You want to send me your picture for Winchester Palace? How did I miss that fucker?
You just walked past there. Oh, click, click, click.
What past it?
I think you was with me. I think you wandered off somewhere to.
I probably saw something like, I don't know, the ruins of Southwark Cathedral or something.
I would go there as well. Southwark Cathedral, that's famous.
Yeah.
Church.
That's probably what I was looking at and just totally missed it. When I saw your photographs, but Winchester Palace? How the hell did I miss that bugger? Pat, sorry for the snorting there. Oh, you know, last Saturday, Gusher starts coming down with like a cough, 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 cough. Right? I went to bed some Sunday morning. She come downstairs at 3 o'clock because she couldn't sleep properly. Cough, 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 cough. Come Sunday dinner time, when after I got, she was sounding like Barry White. Couldn't shout or anything like that. So I thought as a precaution, take her for a COVID test, which well booked in on Monday. I informed the place of work, said it could take 2 days, 3 days, whatever. So can you book us Wednesday off, just in case? And it come back Tuesday morning, negative. You know, you got to be sure, right? You got to be sure. So when it became apparent by Tuesday night that she was still, she was cough, cough, cough still, and bigging up phlegm. Although the voice was getting better, but it was still, she couldn't shout something like that. I had to kind of plead with her place of work that she hates to some degree. I said, look, she's come down with a chest infection since Saturday. We had the COVID test, which is negative. And I had to ring up and say, look, can you possibly do some olives up, for goodness sake? She's generally You know, she did have, she's getting, she's a lot better now, but even till like day or two ago, she was sat here, cough, 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 cough. You know where you want to like say something, but you daren't because you get a slap. Cough, 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 cough. You like say, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you know they can't help it. It's a dry, irritant thing. But she generally, from last Saturday, it, it's one of those week-long chest infections thing. Her voice has come back now. It will come back like a day ago. But she's like, oh, that's wonderful.
Can't watch.
There's probably some desert patrol. Talia's fleet covers a large section of the globe.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, that's true. I mustn't leave you.
Mm.
No, but you're absolutely right.
Oh,
Tuna
just you wait.
finds in this place.
Just you wait.
Don't go anywhere.
Well, I admire your dedication, man. I don't think I could. I don't think I could do 2 weeks without.
It's got how much left for them to scale bottle. I've got
How long?
6
How
weeks
long
to
you
go.
had that like?
6 weeks.
Bloody hell! I'll have 6 of them by now. And that,
I've had about two double shots on the Saturday.
yeah, we see that's obviously a bigger glass. That was basically, I think, a quadruple Jack Daniels. It's lovely, but it will. My intake will reduce when I get back onto the 4 and 4 off. It will reduce by about at least 50%, 60%. It will reduce because it all depends on when like the swing shift happens. Because I can't do too much if it's when she's at that. No, if she's at work, because you daren't risk it. And I won't touch it at all on my 2 night shifts for obvious reasons. And I don't have too much on, so when I do get back to normal, I would say my intake will, of all spirits and beer, will reduce by 50-60%. In some cases, I was get a refill. So I'll see you when you get upstairs into your gym jams. I'll keep it going.
I was surprised to respond to that. Tried to
Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I put up for now with pissing cold. Can do without it, I tell you that for now. Oh, cheers. Aha.
He controls the gate. Nothing more.
Get that.
He controls the gate. And much more.
What the?
Have only 3 minutes to use it.
What? Go away.
Your
Oh, snorting again.